I have friends who got COVID and pretended and hid when they were supposed to hide. But after that, they come and say, no, me. No. He didn't come. He said, no. Like I said, the topic is actually very broad. I can go on and on. But my point is, some of the things we do out of, power to show that we have arrived is born out of shame. I'm in the entertainment business, and I can tell you the things we see there are very, very crazy. When we do our shows, we have people who call and say, yes, I want to buy a table at your show. All right, sir. I want my table to be in front too. Okay, sir. And I also want it to be in the middle of the front. This is not the stage. Yes, member. Are you understand? Do you think that is pride? No. Do you realize if we get rid of our shame? Because if you know yourself, you know yourself. You understand? There was a club in VI when the club don't full, the first place to fill up is the VIP session. Money. I want the VIP. Like, VIP is full. It was happening in several clubs. So this particular club, do you know what happened? Some boys go say, hey, VIP don't full abi. Let's stay down. So they stayed down. Open fire. Started buying drinks. Before you know, downstairs now became VIP. Nobody they want go because they know they see them there where they open fire. Down. That's it. Do you know the 2 years I've done my show by myself, because previously promoters used to do my show last year and this year, you will not now VIP ticket 30K sells out before regular 5K. So I used to scream at my team, audience first. To be like, hey, let's add chairs in the back. I said, I want people who bought VIP. When they look at how good regular seating is, they realize it's pretty much the same thing. So, like here, we do big screen, here, big screen. And any corner where you did, my image, they enter you as if I'm performing in front of you. Standard. So I even have friends who like, man, buy VIP or regular. No, no, for what? Keep against it because of the mindset. We compete against each other. It's shame. So can we change it? There's good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear? I go good to hear the bad news first. So the bad news is that when it comes to changing it from the age of 30, let me just put it at 30 and above, it's too late. Mm. Remember what I said about Miss Folake? She talked about, she addressed individuals, how to change yourself, your mindset. But as a system, we need that group mind change. It is probably too late for us as a team to change that mindset. We don't kick. So don't get me wrong. As individuals, yes, everything I have said, take it. If it teach it, go ahead. But as a There are so many things about our system that is faulty, you know. I think legislation has a role to play. So we need to start informing those representing us that there are certain things that need to change in the school system. There are certain subjects that need to be introduced in school that should be taught from KG to uni. Love is supposed to be a subject. Love. Anything you repeat repeatedly, you become. So if we start to teach love, there's no way we will teach love and not become love. We need to teach collaboration amongst our children. I know most schools have scrapped this position thing, right? But we also need to teach them how to work as a team instead of competing all the time against each other. We need to teach our children public etiquettes, how to be civil, how to be nice. Nigerians, we are too tense. When I travel abroad and the person selling something for me is being nice and friendly, I had a shock. That's okay. We need to teach our children to read wide. Let me tell you how I now found out why I'm different. I went to rough school, so I'm rough. But you know my saving grace, my mother was a librarian, my father a historian. Yeah, so so the one you book kill me. But guess what? I used to read what I liked, like Miss Falake. You know, there's no type of novel I did not read. Even when you called song, I quote the author when I was backstage. You understand? Then I used to read a lot of newspapers because internet not did that time. So, and I used to start reading the newspaper from the back page. Then after that, I'll go to the arts page. I discovered my interest. So before I entered uni, I already knew what I wanted to become in life. I did not struggle, you know, to figure myself out because I discovered. So we should encourage our children to read wide and read with, you know, we need to program and structure it because the internet is crazy. It is information barrage. It will hit. So we need to channel it for them. Then, when you leave the small ones and enter secondary school, there's a practice that promotes shame in a very loud way, and we have been looking at it for years in broad daylight, and that is empowering students to discipline students. It is insane. We are crazy in this country. You have no idea. There's nothing normal about it that my child that I gave birth to, I will come to school and they will tell me that one student punished him either by flogging or asking him to kneel down. How can you, the oldest child in secondary school is an average of 16 years. What does a 16-year-old know? Then you give that child power to discipline another child. There is nothing right about it. The senior students are meant to guide the junior ones. Oh, we've passed through this road before. This is this, this is that, this is that. Not that teachers will sit back and tell students that so you can punish, you can flog. My years in secondary school, especially my 8 years, I was so abused, but I was so dumbfounded. I could not wrap my head around the fact that so because you are 1 year ahead of me, you just tell me kneel down. So those of you who wanted to go, you can go now. But this is my direct message to you. This is my direct message to you. Do not punish your schoolmates. They are your schoolmates. Do you understand? It is this abuse. That is where the abuse is created from. That is where the shame starts from. Because the student is given authority over SS3 can punish SS2 to JS1. SS2 can punish SS1 to JS1, and like that, and so on and so on. When these students graduate from secondary school and enter university, they are looking for that power. So the bully goes and he joins a confraternity, right? And the ones who were bullied and could not bully looks and says, man, I can't be open like this because now you are not even wearing uniform. Your own mates, they won't bully you. So he too joins a confraternity. Then they graduate from university and enter the society, and everybody's looking for how to maximize their power. Are you understanding? I don't know if public schools still do it, but you see this idea of waiting till SS3 before you wear trouser. Because in our time, it was a thing of bragging that senior student, your trouser, travel fabric. SS2, they don't born you well. That you are in SS2 or any other lower class, then you wear trouser. This is part of the problems. You get what I'm saying? So yes, it should be abolished completely. Students punishing students, that is, students punishing students. Finally, we have brought light to this thing. I will round up with this. I brought light to it, the criticisms and all. It's good to criticize the system. If you follow my shows, you realize what I'm doing is I'm basically shining the spotlight of what is happening in everyday life. Lampooning the system. But you see, visa on arrival. Now that one shocked me past. You know why? When I made visa on arrival, I wrote it, I thought about it. I said, you know what, let's give this thing life. So, Accelerate TV was like, yeah, create a show for us. I said, sure, why not? I created a show for them. I was thinking it will now make those in civil service feel bad. That, is this how we do? When they see me, they say, you! And today we must suffer you. The people you are suffering, and we will do you back today. I say, yeah. So I created a character to now checkmate all the visa officers in visa on arrival, right? When I started to study the comments on YouTube, majority of people don't like her. They say she did spoil show for them. I was shocked. So they say she did spoil show. Are you seeing how we are thinking? These people watching this for entertainment value now. She's stopping people from taking bribes, stopping people from not taking their work serious and all that. But majority of the comments are like, fine girl, we like her, but she did spoil show. This girl has come to spoil the show. Okay. So then I now realize that just criticizing, when you keep telling people this is what you're doing wrong, this is what, you force them into defensive mode. So what I did is I now created another character. So we criticize, then we now show how it should be done. So that character, she's crazy. She's crazy, she insults, she embodies her colleagues. But guess what? She does her job. So she will tell your character, she will tell the person she's acting with that you think I have your time, you think you're a fine girl. The character will be like, I know you will deny the visa. That's what people do here. Go to Abuja. It's like, me, deny you. You're qualified for the visa. Take your visa, carry and go. Because that's my way of letting the system know that you can misbehave. Like Miss Folake and one of her staff said the guy not the greater. No problem what he was doing, his job. I think I'm done. Thank you. Thank you.